On August 7th, 2020, officers Jordan Horn and Dalton Martin of the McDowell County Sheriff's Office of West Virginia visited the 66-year-old named Donnie Harrison and his wife Ventress, who is 63, as they were sitting on the front porch of the house, which was rented from the ex-military officer named Jason. The deputy came in and asked questions related to 4 marijuana plants that were planted nearby. So let's watch the video further and see what happens.
Just because in the season that we're living in, I think it's important that I have your names.
What do you mean, man?
A lot of crazy stuff going on.
When the law enforcement officials came to the Harrisons' home, the elderly woman greeted them by saying season before inquiring about the officers' identities. When the officer inquired as to what she meant by that, she responded that there are numerous occurrences taking place and that she's inquiring about the name of their security.
Police officers in this area to come up and say, "Are you growing marijuana?" That is preposterous to me.
Is just a question, man.
Yeah, well, I get that.
She gives off the impression of being irritated as she asserts that the officers from the surrounding area came and questioned them if they were growing marijuana there, which the speaker finds to be a ridiculous request.
And so then my only question, use your names, just so it's okay in my own heart and mind. And when I say the season we're living in, you know the season we're living in.
Y'all concerned about something over here at this house?
In order to defend himself, the officer claims that it is only a question, to which the lady responds in an unprompted manner that she understands and she's merely requesting the officer's name for her own mental and emotional well-being.
This house?
No, that house.
Yes.
What's the problem?
Who lives there?
Mr. Ferguson? He's probably there now. He's 79.
Okay.
Jason, the owner of the residence, interjects himself into the conversation and inquires of the police about whether or not they check the other house, where the police will inquire about the person who resides there by asking for their name.
All right. What's your name, sir?
Jason Tart.
Jason Tart.
Tart.
And what do you mean by the season we're living in, ma'am?
Sir.
What do you need? You got any questions for me?
No, I'll collect some information from you in a minute, your name and date of birth and such.
The lady responds to the person who's living in that house.
What do you need my information for?
You own these 2 homes, correct?
What
Okay,
these 2 homes got to do with that?
These 2 homes is near that marijuana grow, so I'd just like to have your name.
You know how many people go through here?
I understand.
That's not going to...
The officer then asks the name of the individual standing beside the lady, where Jason introduces himself and asks the lady what does she mean by the term season, in which the owner of the house jumps in and says what the officer requires.
Do you one bit of good?
Okay. Well, sir, I'm going to need your name and date of birth, and I have that.
I feel comfortable giving you my name.
Where the officer replies by stating he is just collecting information.
Okay, well, this is a criminal investigation. You own these 2 homes, so by law, you do have to give me your name and date of birth, sir.
If he gives you a reason, yes, you do.
Reason for what?
Because of the marijuana grow.
It's not on my property.
Okay, well, again, I have reason to believe that...
Jason asks why is he collecting information, to which the officer replies that he owns the property and his property is nearby where the marijuana was grown. Jason responds that it's not on his property. The officer states that he believes it can be a possibility that the nearby houses are also connected with the marijuana planting, so Jason has had to give his name and date of birth due to law regulations.
Scared you
Who says that?
by asking you a question?
Who comes up and asks? That's crazy.
And it scared you?
I'm trying to understand what
It scared you by me asking you a question.
Growing marijuana?
And that's a question. To say somebody scared you because they asked you a question is ridiculous.
That's preposterous.
Go ahead and give me your name, sir.
Wait.
First name.
It's ridiculous to you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
But it's not ridiculous.
Your
over
first
here.
name.
I'm not giving you my information.
Sir, if you refuse to give me your information, I'm going to arrest you.
That's fine. My property has nothing to do with any marijuana whatsoever. You're going to arrest me if I don't give you my name and date of birth.
It's obstructing an officer.
Jason Tart initially refused to give his name and date of birth when the deputies requested it. He argued that the alleged marijuana plants were not on his property and therefore he did not need to provide his information. However, the deputies insisted that he was required by law to provide his name and date of birth due to the proximity of his properties to the alleged marijuana plants.
No, I'm hindering you from
This
doing
is
your job.
Really going out off the
Yeah,
deep
this is
end.
how you guys.
This is bad.
This is
112 control.
this is how you operate.
This is a rat.
I'm hindering you from doing your
That's
job.
why I needed their
Y'all need to go inside. Again, you two go inside. Go inside.
I'm afraid.
Go
now,
inside.
to tell you the truth.
Go inside.
On my own porch?
No, go inside as of right now.
Tell me why.
Go inside.
What are you doing,
Step off
man?
the porch. Step off the porch.
I'll step off.
Go inside.
What are you doing? This is unnecessary for
Sir,
you to be
go
doing
inside.
This. He's standing on his own porch.
Go inside.
During the interaction, when Mr. Harrison began filming the encounter between the deputies and Mr. Tart, Deputy Martin forcefully pushed the Harrisons into their home. He specifically pushed Mr. Harrison into the doorway and closed the door behind him, effectively preventing him from continuing to record the incident.
Come on.
Look,
Walk.
man, don't
Walk.
listen.
Stop.
You don't have to listen,
You're
man.
being recorded.
Listen. This
Just
is
walk.
listen.
Walk.
Listen.
Back.
I can walk.
towards
I
the
can
car.
walk
Okay,
without
well,
you
walk.
putting your damn hands on me.
Walk
You
to the
understand?
vehicle.
I have not broken the law.
The officers forcefully started putting handcuffs on Jason. He tried to stop the cop and told them he can walk wherever they want him to, but don't put the handcuffs on, stating that he didn't break any law to be handcuffed.
Walk to the
At
vehicle.
all.
Well, walk to the vehicle,
Don't
sir.
put
You're
your
being
damn
recorded.
hands on me. I give
Sir.
you no reason to touch me.
I'm going to arrest you then. Place your hands behind your back.
Uncalled for.
Place your hands behind your back.
Put your hand behind
Place your hands behind your back.
Listen.
Just relax, okay?
Listen. You
relax.
Place your hands behind your back. Please place your hands behind your back.
My hand is behind my.
Place your
It
hands
only
behind-
takes one of you.
Place your hands.
Look, let him do it.
The officers then directed Jason to walk towards their vehicle. Still, the argument was going on, and Jason stated that it was all uncalled for. The police officer put the handcuffs on Jason at that point, and told the other officer to leave his hand and let the other officer put on the cuffs.
He owns two properties right here on this Fabulous Drive road. We located a marijuana grow, probably not 100 foot, 50 foot from this last property of his, and he just won't give us his name, date of birth.
The officers took Jason towards their vehicle, made him sit inside, and updated their heads about the situation, stating that Jason's not providing his ID and credentials when asked for, and lives approximately 50 to 100 feet away from the scene where the marijuana was found.
What now?
The person on the other end asked about Jason's appearance, and when heard that he was a black man, the officer put marijuana inside the car's back as a piece of evidence, due to which Mr. Jason was charged with obstruction of the law officer, but the case was allegedly dismissed as the prosecutor on October 2020, as Officer Martin failed to appear in front of the court. The statement highlights that despite the potential challenges posed by qualified immunity, it acknowledges that the deputies did not behave in a professional, calm, and polite manner throughout the encounter. It recognizes the efforts made by Mr. Jason and the Harrisons to exercise their constitutional rights and take appropriate legal action following the incident. The statement commends their courage in initiating a lawsuit after their rights were infringed upon. It expresses curiosity about the outcome of the legal issues involved and how they will be resolved in the future.
That's before. Stay! Hey! Stop the get out the car! Get out the car! Get out the fucking car!
November 2022, Deputy Michael Noel of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office spotted a driver who was allegedly following his patrol vehicle too closely. Deputy Noel pulled and stopped the car and engaged him in an angry exchange, responding arrogantly despite the driver's compliance and courtesy. The driver handed up his license but took some time to locate his registration and evidence of insurance. Meanwhile, another pickup truck operated by Kenneth Espinoza, the driver's father, was parked behind Deputy Noel's car. Mr. Espinoza was only waiting for his son to arrive so they could continue to a repair shop.
Okay, when you find that, stay in the vehicle, your registration and insurance. I'll be back.
After checking the driver's information, Deputy Noel informed him that he was being ticketed for following too closely under Colorado law, which is a Class A traffic offense.
Yeah, I'm recording.
Did you find it?
Recording too. Good.
No, I didn't. You didn't find your...
No, you didn't have me a simple problem. He's knocking on my door.
So you didn't find your insurance or registration?
I ain't got my insurance. I'm sitting right here.
Okay. All right. You're getting a citation, so go ahead and close your door.
I'm not on the door. I don't care if I'm stuck. No.
As Deputy Noel returned to his patrol vehicle to give the citation, another officer, Lieutenant Henry Trujillo, arrived and began arguing with Mr. Espinoza. Despite Mr. Espinoza's explanation that he was waiting for his son, both cops asked him to leave. Mr. Espinoza obeyed and began driving away, but Deputy Noel decided to cause trouble by holding onto the vehicle's door handle and demanding him to stop. Surprisingly, Deputy Noel drew out a service revolver and pointed at Mr. Espinoza, demanding that he exit the vehicle.
Do you always stop behind cops when they pull people over? I ain't just stopped right behind you. Okay, you don't need to be here. I ain't you don't need right to be behind here, okay? Sir. You need to go. No, I don't. I'm waiting on my son. Right, he's my ride back to Wilson.
Leave. Leave. That's before. Yeah, stay. Hey, stop the car. Get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car.
What are you gonna do? You gonna
SD4, give me the radio. Get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the fuck car. Get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car.
Lieutenant Trujillo also uses taser on Mr. Espinoza while questioning the cops about their behavior.
Hey, now! Get out the car! Hey, they don't have to get out of the car! Yeah.
He physically restrained Mr. Espinoza by yanking on his arm, preventing him from opening the door.
It's on his office.
Don't pull away from me!
I'm not.
You're gonna get lit up! I'm not. Okay, you're gonna get lit up! You're breaking my arm, man! Hold on, I'm gonna get out!
Despite his lack of resistance, Deputy Noel tased Mr. Espinoza many times. Lieutenant Trujillo then handcuffed, manhandled, and tased in the face and threw Mr. Espinoza into a police van where the door crashed into his leg.
Get in the car! Now! Damn, I'm fucking... Now! Fucking... Get in the car! You know... Listen, ridiculous. Happy force, take it hard. God damn, I don't fit. Happy force. The fuck goes?
After this, Deputy Noel was searching inside Mr. Espinoza's pickup truck, and Lieutenant Trujillo went back to Mr. Espinoza to ask for his information. In response, Mr. Espinoza said that he refuses to answer questions. This apparently triggered Lieutenant Trujillo and sent him on a power trip as he aggressively pulled Mr. Espinoza out of the patrol vehicle, and all three officers on the scene dragged him on the ice violently. While being searched.
Following that, Deputy Noel examined Mr. Espinoza's pickup truck while Lieutenant Trujillo requested Mr. Espinoza's information. When Mr. Espinoza refused to answer questions, Lieutenant Trujillo roughly took him out of the patrol vehicle, and all three officers dragged him violently onto the ice while searching him. Mr. Espinoza complained about having taser pins placed into his lip, causing visible damage to his mouth.
What's your date of birth? Don't answer questions. Take me to jail. You're going to jail. Call my attorney. Call your attorney. Okay. You're going to jail. You're going to get charged further if you don't give us the information we need. It's okay. Where's your ID? You have your wallet on you? Don't do that, man. I'm gonna get you out. I'm gonna pat search you. Now get out. I got my wallet. Get out now. Get out of the car now. Get out the car. Okay. Okay. Damn. This is how it's gonna work. Okay. You're gonna do what you're told to do, and that's it. Stand up. Get up. Up against the car. Spread your feet.
Later, the district attorney declared that no charges will be filed against Mr. Espinoza, thereby ending that matter. Mr. Espinoza's counsel claimed that a civil case would be filed, claiming multiple instances of police wrongdoing. Both officers involved are still on duty, and an internal inquiry is underway to establish whether they committed misconduct. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department refuses to comment on the case. In the next incident, an officer harassed and followed a driver for no apparent reason. The officer failed to activate his emergency lights or signal a traffic stop. The driver felt suspicious and instructed his passenger to begin recording for his own safety.
That way everybody can see. So I went to the gas station because I had to go get a couple things. I've been using my turn signals. Plus, I've been doing the speed limit. There's 2 cops sitting on the side of the road. This cop has been following me for like 4 or 5 miles now. Everywhere I go, he keeps following me.
The vehicle eventually pulled over and questioned the officer about the reason for the traffic stop.
So I'm gonna get out and find out what the problem is.
So we turned his lights on as soon as we pulled up here.
After a brief silence, the officer stated that he would explain after the motorist identified himself.
So I just took my seatbelt off.
The motorist, invoking his constitutional rights, declined to furnish identification in the absence of legal justification for the stop.
Evening, sir. Deputy Rouse, Sheriff's Office. How you doing? You got your license registration proof of insurance with you tonight?
What's the nature of the stop?
As soon as I know who you are, I'll be happy to explain that.
Is this Nazi Germany? Do I gotta provide papers before you tell me why?
Well, if I don't know who I'm talking to, in case you run off or flee, I'd like to know who I'm talking to. So if you don't mind providing your identification, I'd be happy to go forward with you.
Recognizing the driver's awareness of the law, the officer made up a fake justification for the stop, stating the vehicle lacked a front bumper. The driver, however, swiftly refuted this assertion, and the officer eventually recognized that the driver had done nothing illegal.
Nothing Nazi Germany exists anymore.
Exactly my point. You do realize in order to get ID from somebody, you have to have a reason and articulate that reason for the stop, right?
I'm well aware of how it works.
Well, you do realize I'm a constitutionalist, so I know that. So unless you can articulate, this is my property, yes. Well, I don't live here, but this is my property.
This is where you're staying?
This is not where I'm staying, but I own this property.
Oh, fair enough.
While chuckling at the police's foolishness, the driver demanded that the officer call his boss. The officer acknowledged the absence of grounds for the stop at the end of the encounter.
I knew exactly what you were going to do. There's nothing wrong with my car. Every light on my car works.
Yes, sir.
So what's the nature of the stop?
Well, the nature of the stop is when you went by, it didn't look like there was a front bumper. And then as I was behind the car trying to run a registration, you took multiple turns and it appeared to be evading me. All I'm doing is checking out what's going on.
You better get your goddamn supervisor. When is it illegal to make turns?
I didn't say it was illegal to make turns.
Dude, we both know where this is going, and you know you have no reason to pull me over.
All you need in Michigan is reasonable suspicion to make a traffic stop.
Yes, you have to have RAS. But what is your single articulable suspicion?
It appeared you were trying to avoid police contact. It looked like you had a bumper on the front of the car when you went by.
Dude, I'm not giving ID, because I didn't do nothing wrong.
Okay. Is this your car?
It's in my dad's name, yes.
It's in your dad's name?
Yep.
Okay, sir.
Dude, this is going to make an awesome YouTube video. You just admitted that I committed no crime or no traffic infraction. When the f*** is it illegal to make turns?
Well,
there is a bumper on my car.
well it's...
Now let's move on to the next case. Officers Ashley Ploft and Adam Hobbs of the Toledo Police Department responded to an accident scene on January 1st, 2023. While there, they saw a passing vehicle and suspected the driver nearly collided with a tow truck. The officers pursued the vehicle without using their emergency lights, and it quickly pulled over. The car included 2 females, Kaylin Smart and Melvina Keith, who were returning home from a night out. Officer Hobbs approached the vehicle and wrenched open the passenger door without warning or conversation. This aggressive action violated Miss Smart's Fourth Amendment rights, which protect her from unreasonable searches and seizures. Officer Hobbs responded to Miss Smart's question regarding his aggressive behavior by instructing her to shut up. He ordered her out of the car and pulled her out, pinning her on the ground. Officer Ploft acted similarly belligerently, indicating that she was going to take the people from the automobile. She then opened the driver's side door, ordered Miss Keith to exit the vehicle, and handcuffed her. The cops failed to inform the women of the reason for their incarceration. Despite the fact that neither Miss Smart nor Miss Keith posed any threat, they were both violently assaulted.
Why are you opening the door like that? Shut your mouth.
Officer Plouffe threw Miss Keith to the ground by holding her hair, while Officer Hobbs joined in detaining Miss Smart. Officer Plouffe punched Miss Keith at least 5 times. When Miss Smart attempted to converse with Officer Hobbs, he forcibly threw her back on the ground and hauled her to the police vehicle.
Q6. Turn the car off. Turn the car off. Out.
Through an accident.
Step out.
Throughout the encounter, the officers failed to provide a clear justification for the arrest. They accused the women of nearly killing people, despite the fact that dash cam footage indicated no such threat. Officer Hobbs falsely stated that Miss Smart had punched him many times. A passerby inquired about the event, causing the officers to create a story about the women hitting them.
Let go of my hand! My mother! Guess what? This has my bike.
Officer Hobbs even claimed the women had smashed into a tow truck, contradicting his first account of a near miss.
Oh, I'm so lit for this. Peter, bruised my face up, smashed me into the room. Is this nigga okay? Is how is he allowed to be working? This shit is crazy. And you smashed my head against the car.
Miss Smart and Miss Keith were escorted to the Lucas County Correction Center, where Officer Hobbs and Officer Plouffe were seen laughing and joking before escorting them inside.
Damn, you just killed people?
Was banging my head against the car.
Yeah, it sure the f was.
Because you have no other.
Because you had my hand. I don't know where my handcuff keys are.
Mine's right by
And hey,
Post the most abuse.
The women were charged with various offenses, but not with assaulting an officer. Officer Hobbs attempted to explain his use of force by claiming he utilized joint manipulation and strikes to gain control of Miss Smart.
Punch me in the face like 3 or 4 times.
Notably, Officer Plouffe had been involved in a similar event a few months previously when she assaulted Olympic boxer O'Shea Jones without experiencing serious consequences.
They drove through a crash and he crashed into a tow truck. It looked like it. I mean, there's a scrape on the side. There's scrapes on both sides, though, so I don't know.
Those are keys. I just got a car.
No, the car's not stolen.
yeah. You got a scratch mark on your back too.
Yeah, she scratched. Yeah. She popped me pretty good. Got me right square in the nose. Made my eyes water a little bit. She paid for it.
I was gonna say my finger might be broken.
Yeah, the bite probably hurt the most. We'll see. Play by.
Officer Plouffe and Officer Hobbs were both placed under investigation by the Toledo Police Department 3 months after the event on April 29, 2023. The government has 100 days to conduct the inquiry and take appropriate measures.